Hello music fans and welcome back to my channel. My name is DarcHelmut and today we're diving a little deeper into the BTS catalog. But before we get into this video, I just wanted to give a little thank you to the BTS Army. At the start, I had a goal of hitting 1,000 subs by the end of the summer, and here we are the first week into July, and I've already smashed through that barrier and well on my way to the next milestone. So for that, thank you guys. You really powered me through that, and your support means so much to me. All the comments you've been leaving for me have been wonderful. I've been trying to reply to as many as I can. It's really great get to know you guys, and I'm just really appreciative for all your support and all your offerings and all the suggestions. And like I say, I'm going to try to get to as many of those as I can. My apologies up front if it's a while until I get to your request. It is a lot. Their catalog is huge. It's going to take some time, but I'm going to get there. Looking forward to doing a few more of those documentaries that are more into the history of the band as opposed to the individual band members, to get a better idea where they came from and the struggles they've had to try to get to where they are now. So on to the video here. On Kinetic Manifesto, film cum prima. I'm not. Is that the name of the song, or is there more? Is this the video? Because when I was doing a search, I saw on sometimes and then Kinetic Manifesto. So I'm guessing perhaps the name of the song is on. I'm not sure. Again, leave comments, fill me in on that one, just so I have an understanding. But I picked the song because of the title, actually. Kinetic Manifesto is very intriguing to me because those words have, you know, meanings. Kinetic, for instance, is like a physical form of energy, like kind of physicality and motion kind of thing. I guess it would be described as, like, say, a bullet. A bullet flying through the air would be kinetic energy. And manifesto is kind of a statement of intent. So you put those words together, and it opens up the imagination. It really makes you think. So I'm kind of looking forward to digging into this one, following along on the lyrics as best I can. I got my closed captions going there, so we're going to try to follow along to that and try to catch the visuals as best I can. I might have to pause this one to go maybe reflect on a lyric or something. It's something that I normally don't do, but when I'm reacting to Queen songs, I know them so well that the meanings are already in my head, or at least what I interpret as the meaning. So for these songs, I might have to break my rule a little bit and pause a little bit and maybe rewind and replay a little bit. So I hope you don't mind that. Or maybe if I'm following along all right, I'll just let it play through as best I can. But anyways, let's take a listen to this one. And as usual, we'll talk a little bit more about the video when it's done. So here we are on Kinetic Manifesto. Let's go.
우린 그랬으니 설령 내 눈앞이 땅이다 지원종 파묻히지 않는 이상 그들은 해프닝 좀 달달한 girl We no matter We no matter who We no matter what 네가 많았던 누가 많았던 I don't give a I don't give a I don't give a Yeah Hey na 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 미치지 않으려면 미쳐야 해 Hey na 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 나를 다 던져 이 뒤쪽 세상에 제발로 뒤로 나를 다 감어 Find me and I'm gonna live it up 가져와 bring the pain on yeah All the time bring the pain on yeah Rainy falling sky keep falling every day oh na 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 가져와 bring the pain on yeah 날 고통이 내 가슴 쉬게 하소서 My everything My blood and tears Got no feels I'm singing Oh, I'm taking over You're shining I cannot be that cause you know I'm a fighter 깜깜해지면서 기꺼이 잠겨 Find me and I'm gonna breathe it down
And there we go, on Kinetic Manifesto. Couple things I really liked about that. First of all, the organ bringing it in. You don't hear organ in pop music too much, so it was a really nice touch. And also, they had that musical breakdown at the end that brought in the horns and that. Also, instruments you don't often hear in pop music. And yeah, it came in really nice. It sounded really good. The song actually reminded me a little bit about, and it could be because of the visuals, but it reminded me a lot of almost like a marching band. You know, you see the guys with the drums over their shoulders and their drumsticks as they're marching down the street. So I got that kind of vibe from it. And again, I can't tell if it was from the visual or from the sounds. But yeah, it was quite interesting. The lyrics again, I should probably read the lyrics on a lyric sheet before I do the reactions. I don't know if that would be cheating for a first reaction or not. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip little pieces of the song, so bear with me. You know, if you don't want to travel that route with me, that's fine. You can stop the video now, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to bits and pieces of it again because I just want to capture a couple things that I kind of caught the first time through, but I didn't have the time to really you know, let it rattle around in my head enough to really get an understanding of either what I was looking at or what I was hearing. So I just want to skip back a little bit and see if I can find particular moments. Well, let's just go to the beginning because I want to hear that organ again just before it kicks in. So yeah, at the beginning, you know what it reminds me of? I don't know how many of you are familiar with Prince, but he used to use that kind of organ sound a little bit too. But let's go. Let's. This is Jimin.
잠에서 눈을 뜬 여긴 또 어디야 마침 서울 또 뉴욕을 Paris 일어난 이후 정리는 뭐 Look at my feet down 나가면 그림자 흔들리는 건 이놈이
See, they're talking about shadow again. So they're talking about the people they were, and looking at manifesto again. I'm trying to think perhaps they're talking about who they were previous and who they've become now.
아니면 내 작은 발끝인가 괜찮은 리 없잖아 괜찮은 리 없잖아
RM. I love RM.
그래도 안너 서쪽의 앞로 적감한 바람과 함께 날아 Hey na 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 미치지 않으려면 미쳐야 해 Hey na na na
There's another interesting lyric right there. Gotta go and stay insane to stay sane, which is very interesting because it almost, what he's saying there is like sometimes you have to kind of escape from your reality a little bit to truly understand what's happening in front of you. And I mean, you can see that on a personal level or on a societal level, where maybe you're just not understanding why something is the way it is. And sometimes we just have to allow our minds to kind of think outside the box. And sometimes that can create emotions and feelings that we aren't comfortable with. But sometimes we need to go there to better understand what we're seeing in front of us. Again, whether it's a feeling, it's an individual feeling or a societal feeling. Sometimes we just have to go into uncomfortable areas, which could be seen as going insane, in order to come back with true understanding and regain our sanity so we can keep moving forward. Kind of tying into the shadow thing, as noted previous, where they're kind of reflecting back on who they were and who they're becoming. So throw myself into both worlds, meaning not forgetting who we were, but also accepting us for who we've become. So you kind of have to become understand that you're both of those people. You're the person who you were, and you're the person who you are now. Yeah, this is all quite deep, actually. Rain keep pouring, sky keep falling. Again, kind of reflecting on like rain keep pouring is almost like a doom and gloom kind of thing. Sky keep falling, like Chicken Little would always scream, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. So you're looking at like the end. It's like you're struggling with what's in front of you. And I think they're singing about maybe perhaps the struggles they've had to become the people they are today. And it hasn't always been easy. Yeah. Yeah, bring the pain. We've seen it all before. We've gone through so much at this point that we're ready for it. Bring it on. We've overcome our past. We've overcome our difficulties, and now we're just ready for that new chapter in our life and the new challenges that come with it.
Bring the pain, 모두 내 피와 살이 되겠지. Bring the pain, no fear about it.
This is that J-Hope? Sorry, I'm going to go back a little bit to that lyric right there too. That was quite interesting. The power of things that make me. So yeah, again, it kind of, this message of always wanting to kind of reflect back on who they were. And it was all those struggles and all those good times and, all the things that make us who we are. It's what makes me, good or bad. Everything in my past kind of adds up to make me the person I am today. Sugar, yes. Sorry, I hate pausing this much. At least I let it run through the first time. But like I say, I really want to digest what he's saying here, even if my knees drop to the ground. So basically, even if I'm struggling and you know I can't stay on my feet, as long as I don't get buried. So he's basically saying, as long as nothing anchors me, I'm going to keep getting up. I'm going to keep moving forward. It won't matter. Whatever they say. So at this point, he's saying, you know, I've been through it all. Come at me. I'm ready for it. I don't give up. Uh. There we go, another great lyric. Carried my, okay, hold me down because you know I'm a fighter. Can't hold me down. Yeah, he's basically saying, I've been through it all now, and I always get up and I keep moving forward. So yeah, bring it. Carried myself into this beautiful prison. That's an interesting lyric. It's hard to say what to make of that, especially when you throw in the word prison. When I first saw the lyric, I thought it said carried myself into this beautiful person, which I thought was pretty simple, saying, you know, for all the struggles, I'm this solid guy that I am now because of all of those things. But carried myself into this beautiful prison. Maybe they're speaking about, you know, they've hit so much fame at this point. That they probably had a certain loss of freedom. They probably can't just go anywhere they want or do anything they want anymore because they're so recognizable. They've almost created themselves this prison, but it's such a beautiful prison because they're surrounded by, you know, fans that love them and this beautiful music and you know, this group of guys who are just turned into a family. So maybe that's the prison. The prison is what makes it such a beautiful prison is they're kind of trapped into their lives, but it's a good life. So the baby of the family, yes, JK. Again, choosing to descend into the dark abyss. Basically, I guess what they might be saying here is, you know, there's the struggles, there's the haters, and despite that, and despite all the problems that might come with fame, they're choosing to march into this dark abyss, this time of unknown. I guess instead of like they'd been kind of sounded like they were speaking to the past before, now they sound like they're talking about the future and the unknown future and whatever challenges might come from that. Interesting. All right, here's the breakdown. This is good. And just at the end here that I didn't notice the first time, turn around and lock arms. It's almost like they're saying, we're here, we made it, we're a group, we're brothers. And despite the difficulties of the past, and I know in the comments some of you had mentioned that they've had some actually pretty good fights, and I mentioned that in one of the other videos that nobody can be around each other that much without having some conflict. So it sounds like they did have a fair amount of conflict and they got through it. So maybe that's part of what the challenges that they had from when they were born to born as a group until now. But yeah, no, yeah, I think another great song. I think I might have to go out and buy myself a BTS hat or a BTS shirt. I might have to become Army. So there we have it. I hope you don't mind this format. I just kind of winged it here. So if you like me watching the whole video and then watching it again and breaking it down, comment, let me know if that's something you'd like me to do in the future. I think it would make it easier for me to be able to just enjoy the song first and then kind of go through it again and try to break it down a little more. So if that's okay with you, please comment, let me know. And again, like I said at the start of the video, I'm so appreciative of all of you and all the comments. In fact, I leave my email, darkhelmutmusic@gmail.com, down in the description. I want to get to know you guys. Part of the fun that I'm having with this channel is meeting new people and the BTS armies all over the world. I was shocked to see some of the countries that people were actually following me in. So use that email. I want to get to know you. If you're comfortable with it, of course, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me, how you discovered BTS. And I know sometimes in the comment section, it can turn into quite a block of text because of the way it's formatted. So please take advantage of that email and anything you want to let me know about you. I would really be appreciative. I love that human connection. I like to hear about your stories, anything you'd wish to tell me. Also down there, I leave a link for my PayPal and a link for my Amazon wish list. It's certainly not required. Don't feel any pressure to click either one of those links, but if you wish to support me in some way, in that regard, please use one of those as well. That would be greatly appreciated. But there we go. On Kinetic Manifesto, another great song. Again, I love the way they're blending in non-traditional instruments into kind of the pop music sound. That breakdown with the horns was brilliant. I really love that. The organ just kind of brought me back to the late 80s, early 90s. Like I say, I mentioned Prince. He has a song that starts out very similar to that, and it kind of brought up a memory and a good memory. I really like Prince as an artist. So there we have it. One more down. Call me Army. I'm in. So have yourselves a good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in this wonderful world. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Take care.